Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys for coming on. My name is Cassie Howard. I have been blessed with incredible health for 9 years now. And I kind of want to share a little bit about my story and what got me to the journey that I am at today. Funny enough, I have my husband beside me too. But I started having my health was tanking because I had stage four, didn't know that I had stage four endometriosis, PCOS, and adenomyosis. Um, I was in college and I was just pretty much passing out with pain and things of that nature. And one of the girls at college said, Cassie, you need to go get seen. And so, long story short, I went in and went to the doctor, and they were like, well, I think you need metformin and the depot shot and all these things, and that should mild your symptoms. And I thought, well, why do I want to take these medications if that's not even what I have? Like, how do you know? And he's like, well, I don't really know. I just truly think that this might help you. And so we can go this route or we can opt for surgery. I went ahead at that moment. I was like, I'd rather know what I have than mask it with products or, not even with pharmaceuticals than to have the side effects and stuff. So let's just go for the surgery so I know what I have. And so that's where I went in and found out I had stage four. And at that point, they had said, well, I feel like we got it all. You should be good. We hear that this is successful, 100%. You'll be fine. Have babies and you'll be great because you're more likely to get pregnant after. And so, long story short, we had our first daughter, and I felt great for a hot minute, and then it all came back. And I had thought, well, what in the world's going on? So I went back to the doctor, and they said, well, maybe we just didn't get it all. We'll go back in and we'll get what we can, and we'll go from there, and then you'll be fine. So fast forward, I of course trusted them and went and had another surgery and felt great. Had another daughter, felt great, and then all of a sudden everything came back, and I was like, "What is going on?" And so fast forward, they were like, "Well, you just need another surgery, and if not, you need a hysterectomy if you're done having children." And I thought, I don't. Why didn't the first two work? Why do I have to have another surgery? And this is kind of where I started diving in. We started doing CrossFit, and I was trying to eat healthier because at that point I thought food should be my nutrition, where I'm getting all of that. And fast forward, we did CrossFit. My husband was already very active in that. I started doing CrossFit. I started eating healthier, and that helped to a point, but not to the extreme. I mean, I was still super fatigued. Couldn't hardly go to the bathroom. I just laid on the floor. That's kind of how I parented. And I would have a ruptured cyst every month still. And I started just kind of diving into what else I could do. And there is a endometriosis center in Atlanta. And so I looked into that and I thought, well, I'm just going to go there and figure out what what I'm going to do there. And I looked into it and I said most of the women that go out of there are supposed to feel better. So I started joining these groups because think of it like a Mayo Clinic for people like us. And so I went, had my paperwork and stuff there, as well as a neuro appointment because I was so dizzy all the time. And when I started joining the Facebook groups, I noticed that the women were coming out of the group saying, "Did I have the wrong surgery? Did I get the wrong doctor? Because my symptoms are coming back." And I'm like, I don't want to have another surgery that fails again. And I'm spending more money to fly all the way to Atlanta and do all of these fancy things that apparently don't even work. So Plexus had got brought up several times. And if you knew kind of my sister brought it up to me, and the last that I know, she lives in a tent. And so like men are her priority. So when Plexus was coming up from her, I definitely was not going to be taking whatever she had, right? Like there's just no way. And when we had, that was in Wichita, Kansas, we moved from there to Missouri, and we started attending a church, and Plexus got brought up again. And I thought, what in the world, God? Like, I'm really going to smack your face. Like, well, why are you doing this? And I was so stubborn, especially my husband. He's like, you're not going to take that kind of stuff. Well, they were gifted to me because she truly believed that this is what could truly help me. So I started taking the products secretly. I tried to, and my husband found them and made me give them back. And so I did. I gave the products back to her, and then I just felt like I just gave away everything that I really truly felt like God was calling me to do. So, fast forward, asked for them back, took them, and within 3 months, I noticed I had more energy. I wasn't having a ruptured cyst. I was living not from the floor, and I actually was going to the bathroom, like all the things. I wasn't dizzy. I was like, what is going on? And so my husband was like, oh, that's placebo effect. And I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know. He's like, give it one more month. And so gave it another month, and that was month 4. And I felt great. I had never felt more energy and just life in me than I had then. And that was 9 years ago. I have not been to a doctor since for my endometriosis or cysts or anything of that nature, which isn't crazy to me to think that a little probiotic and a gut health system could radically change me. But the way that I tell people is it's like a car engine. Great idea with him driving right now. If the light comes on right now, he's like, oh, I'm gonna need to check that out. But if he kept driving and he kept driving from states to states to state and it kept ignoring it, other symptoms would probably pop up, like his tires would wear out and things of that nature because he never addressed the first issue. And for me, I didn't realize my first issue was my gut. My gut was screaming for help. And because I just masked it with surgeries and, Midol, Excedrin, and all these things, I never got to why. And since I got to the why is why I haven't had issues. And so that's why I truly love sharing these products because they like my car engine light was endometriosis and other things where everybody else's is going to be different. Like Marie's is different, Abby's is going to be different. Like every single person is going to be different because it's getting to why their body is falling apart. Then fast forward, I started just sharing the products, not truly for the business. I was a graphic designer and I went to an event and I kind of listened to more stories and I thought, wow, like, could this really bring me home? I was a graphic designer, worked at a corporate job there in Wichita, and then moved here. And I was like, I just don't know what is next. And when I started sharing, that's kind of where God just took off and blossomed my business. And that is where I've been doing this for 9 years from home. We homeschool our kids, and I get to do it on my own pace, which is nice, and be able to take my husband on all kinds of trips and things that we've been blessed with. Like we just got back from Alaska, and that's all because of this incredible company because they pour back into their people. Um, but Marie, tell a little bit about yours because I know you just got started too, and you're already seeing great results. So I'd love for have you share kind of all of that too. You're good. You're good.
Okay, I'm still learning Zoom, so I totally apologize. But my story is a little bit different than Cassie's. I have Cushing's disease, and that's something I'm going to have to be dealing with my whole life. And finally, my doctor and I found a good regimen. It was Ozempic and a medication called cabergoline. I was on Ozempic for 8, 9 months, doing great. Had lost 34 pounds. My cortisol level, which has to do with my Cushing's disease, was in normal range. It wasn't high. Everything was going pretty good. And then I got a letter in the mail from my insurance company that they had approved my authorization to be on Ozempic in quote unquote air, as I like to say, because I don't know if I truly buy that. I think it kind of skyrocketed in the market at that time. And, health insurance is in our health system, sadly, is more about the dollar today than the person. And I'm a nurse myself, and turning a patient has just made my heart break into a million pieces about that. We need to make it more about the person and not the dollar, but that's a Zoom for a whole nother time. But anyways, I had, oh, are you guys still there? Okay. I had, just looked and looked around to see what I could do. The cheapest solution I could find with insurance was a GLP-1 injection for $650 for a 28-day supply. That was just not going to work for me. And my friend Sam, who is my Plexus sponsor, my coach, the person that brought me to Plexus, had just been talking to me, thinking that this would help me. And I was like, no, thanks. And then one day she sent me a picture of products and she said, hey, this is Plexus's version of a GLP-1. And I was like, oh, I'm on board. Let me give it a try. And my whole regimen has been phenomenal. I think it was like a little over $200, maybe $300 a month. I don't know, way more doable than the $650. And then come to find out, also way more natural, way better for me and my body. And also, I've kind of been thinking to myself, was I just going to be on Ozempic my whole life? And I don't know because I didn't get to go down that path long term. But it's nice because these products are something that are natural that I can be on and adjust to my body, not the other way around. So that's kind of what led me to Plexus. It was really funny when I made my first purchase. I was like, okay, I'm not going to sell. I'm not going to do the business side. But the more I just got into the products myself, my husband has started using the products as well. We met when I was 19 and he'd smoked and he's a smoker, cigarette smoker. And he smoked a pack a day, and he tried quitting, or he quit. He hasn't had a cigarette since July 6th. And Plexus has also helped him with that. There's a supplement called Block that we are finding that is helping people quit smoking. So that also assisted his journey with that. So that has been really cool. There's just like a little bit of everything for Plexus. Even my picky kiddo, who I can't get to eat anything besides broccoli, he likes broccoli, but he's not a big explorer when it comes to healthy stuff. He even loves what he calls the kids' drink of Plexus. So there's just something for everybody. And I was like, okay, I got to share this. And if I can get my products paid for and make an income and maybe get me and my family out of debt, how cool would that be? So I'm going to take a try and go for it. And I've been doing it and I love it. And as a nurse, I think everybody needs these products in their life. And of course, don't not go to your doctor or not take any of their advice. But this is just something that is amazing along with your regimen. I'm still on medications. I still see all my regular doctors, but I've just found an amazing solution that's not as hard to obtain as some things in our healthcare system. And that's just overall more better. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, better for my body. And it's just been an amazing thing. I used to live on Red Bull. I used to live on Dr. Pepper. I do not need those things to get by. I still love Red Bull. I still love Dr. Pepper, but I don't need them daily. I don't feel like I have to have them daily. The pink drink takes over that. I used to pop ibuprofen like it was candy. Joint pains and swelling and all that is part of my disease. I use ibuprofen maybe a couple times a month, if that now. It just helps so much when I have my flare ups with my diseases, just the inflammation. I don't swell as much. I don't have a gallbladder. I think that might be correlated with my disease, but I had to have my gallbladder taken out because of gallstones. And unfortunately, I had this thing called dumping syndrome with it. And that's where I could just eat a food and without warning, I'd be like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom. I have had so many less episodes of dumping syndrome since starting Plexus. So those are the things that are just coming to mind. But yeah, it's just like, it's funny in the medical world, we say like you're a unicorn when we can't find out what's wrong with you or when you have all these different diseases. And it's like Plexus is my unicorn treatment and my unicorn fixer for things. So, I really didn't think that gut health could take care of all of it, but it is. And the science makes sense behind it all too. I really was like sold on the fact that we were founded by an endocrinologist, that we have doctors and holistic providers working hand in hand. And that's my dream for the healthcare system too. So just to find a company that does all that and gets me and my family healthy and provides us an income, it's just like, okay, I'm all in. And I'm so excited, and I want to get everybody I can on these products so they can help themselves. And then if they want to take a whack at the business, awesome. If not, at least the products so that they can just feel better in their everyday life, because it's a stressful world right now. We all know. So yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I think that's the closest I've ever summarized it so far.
Welcome to me in 9 years. Like my story obviously was 30 plus years in the making. And so it's hard to like really categorize it into bullet points. So I feel you did great. You did amazing.
Thanks.
Even Marie was, or she, no, Abby, she said, go Marie. Uh,
Yes.
but yeah, I feel like that's the beautiful part is I didn't realize, and you got to think back then, 9 years ago, I sounded like a hippie when I was talking about gut health, where now I turn on the radio and it's there. And I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Because people are really, really realizing that it's correlating. Like everything derives in the gut. So when you have eczema, it's your car engine light saying something's wrong. If we can balance out your gut and get your gut back into the way that God created it to, you're more likely to feel your best. Now, I will probably
Yes.
always still have endometriosis and stuff inside of my body, but I'm not going to turn it on any longer. It's just, it's kind of like in remission is the best way to put it. Um,
Absolutely.
Kind of like the gym, it's something I'll always take. So yes, it is something I will always continue. Just like when I go to the gym, I will always continue because I want my body thriving. I don't want
Mhm.
it to suffer any longer or to go back to where it was. But that's kind of us in a nutshell. We are debt free, our company. We are owned by ourselves. We our Better Business Bureau is a plus rating. Like we can go on and on. We are truly the first company founded in gut health 17 years ago. So we've been in it a hot minute. We were in it before it was cool. And I don't know what else, but
For
if you,
the OGs,
yeah, we're the
as
OGs.
I like
You
to
want to
say.
exactly. But if y'all have any questions, that's what we're here for to kind of help. Whether it's a health issue, whether it's a how much does this cost, whether it's a, I mean, and really cost wise, that we have combos starting at like 124, and then we have, combos that are like 300. It just depends where everybody starts, but we customize what you need. The last thing that I want is you to get products that you're going to the website and you're trying to figure it out on your own, and then you get all the wrong products you need. That's like, I every time he's in the car right now, so I'm keeps going back to car stuff. I'm like, if I go to the car, if I go and get gas and I put diesel in it, it's gonna jack up my car. It's not gonna feel good. Like my car is gonna not run anymore. Same with this. Like, yes, you can go look on the website, which is fine, but we want to make sure that you're getting the right things for your body and getting the right nutrition and all for whatever ailments you're going through. And but that's it. That's us in a nutshell. And if you guys have any questions, I'm here.
Same with me. And if you have any questions, and Abby can ask me, or we can do a group text, any of those things. We have like PDF files we can send. It's a really awesome time if you do want to try something out. We have a 10% off site wide sale going on right now and free shipping.
Yeah.
Speaking of unicorns, that's kind of a unicorn of a sale, and it goes through tomorrow.
Right.
Um, what time does it end
And
again?
I tell people 10 p.m. because we're on Eastern, so it's not like Central time.
Okay.
It's midnight. It's like, no, 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 they go off of there. I tell people 10 because then technically people start trying to get in at like 10:30 and then we've got to be done by 11.
Yes.
But the other cool part is that we also have, if you bring a friend right now, it is $55. So any person that you bring as a referral, you get $55 back. So the cool part about Plexus is like instead of GNC, if you bring people into GNC and you're like, dude, I tried this, supplement, I did this and that, you don't get anything back for bringing people in the door. Here, Plexus is like, no, thank you. Thank you. Because our motto is if we're blessed, we want to be a blessing. And so every person that you bring in to try our products gets $55 back into their pocket. And so that's another beautiful part. Now, that's with their purchase. So obviously they need to purchase. And then let's say you get enough of those, you could actually earn a trip to Cancun for you and a friend right now. Well, whoever friend
I
you
saw
want.
him like he's like, come again, Cancun.
Yeah. So Cancun is in February.
I'm already like in my swimsuit. I'm prepared. I'm just ready to go on
You
that
are,
trip.
girl. You embodied the like we're all going to Cancun when you got on this call. But
Yes.
yes, and there's not like the one cool part about Plexus that I truly love, there's no hidden things. Like we don't hide anything. I'm an open book. So if you're like, give me the nitty-gritty on this, I will. There's no like somebody has said, well, do I have to pay, monthly for a website and things of that nature? No. Is there an upfront fee? No. You just purchase your products. If you bring in 11 people by tomorrow, I know this sounds crazy, but I'm just giving you an idea. If you bring in 11 people tomorrow, that is a trip for you and whoever you want to bring. I would say bring your spouse. Then you get to go to a trip to Cancun. And there's just a lot more. I could go on and on. Again, I've been doing this for 9 years and I haven't left because it's that good. And my husband even wrote a post the other day. He's so tired. He went up. He's like, I'm sorry. I'm exhausted. He literally worked all day, got up at 4 and put up deer stands, and he was falling asleep over here. So I'm like, just go to bed. But the cool part about it is he wrote and he said, I feel more seen in this company than I ever did in the government. He was in the military, he works government now, and they every time we show up, they're all like, hey, did you shoot any deer yet? How's the girls? Stuff like that. And I mean, what company sees you like that?
I was on a call a couple weeks back that I was specifically invited to, which was amazing. And I was just in awe that the CEO, it was 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, our time here in Wichita, and Cassie's in Missouri, but
Yeah.
it was 7 p.m. So I don't even know what time it was in Arizona, if they have the same time zone. But I was just amazed that the CEO was taking time to be on a small Zoom call. That's just how present they are and the difference they make. Like, if we had that involvement and interaction, like for me as a nurse, if that was at our CEO, more than just random pizza parties here and there, that would just be so phenomenal. And just to see it with Plexus is really neat.
Yeah, I agree. Hands down. But if y'all have any questions, especially those that are watching the recording, please reach out. We are happy to help. And thank you guys again for listening. We'll talk to
Yes.
y'all later.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys. Oh, wait, here
Bye.
he comes. Hang on.
Oh,
I want to make sure there's no other. I
I
thought he
couldn't
left
tell.
and he's popping back in. So I just want to make sure that there is any other questions that anybody
Oh,
has. I'm happy to help.
okay.
Any questions
He's
or
rocking that toothpick really well. I would have choked on it by
Oh, okay. Ryan, can you hear us?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Do
Sorry,
you have any questions or any
no, not right
thoughts?
now. I just have to kind of, yeah, just kind of look at the site stuff. I haven't done that yet, or any of the products. So,
Oh, okay. Okay, sounds
yeah,
good.
but yeah, take your
yeah,
time.
Okay.
Thank you for listening in with us and
yeah.
taking the
yeah,
time
no
and
problem. Yeah,
being here for
sorry, I
Abby.
accidentally, yeah, I kind of just like got off somehow, but yeah, no problem. It's very interesting. I'll look into it for sure. So,
Yeah,
Thank
make sure to let us know before you hit buy so you're getting the right stuff.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, no,
Uh,
I got that much too. So,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, we've got really good protein. I mean, I can name so much, but the cool part about it is we only have like 40 products. So we're not like a big catalog where we're also selling toilet paper. Like we're
Like
just not that.
Amway.
We are just gut health. So even our
Yeah.
protein has probiotics and prebiotics in it. Even our
right,
iron woman, my husband takes because he donates so much blood, he takes it and it has
Mm.
prebiotics and probiotics in it. So like everything we have correlates with the gut. So which is it's
Mhm.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, just reach out to Abby and Abby, if you have any
Will do.
questions or y'all do, please let me know. I'm happy to help.
Yes, of course.
So
Cool. All right. Well,
Thank you
thanks
so
for
much for your
inviting me.
time. We
you. Yes.
appreciate
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Thank
anytime.
you.
Thank you
Drive
guys.
All right.
Okay.
safe
All
wherever
right.
you're
Take care.
going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
We'll
Yeah,
talk soon.
definitely. All
Bye.
Bye,
right. See ya.
guys.
Bye.